Hello and welcome to the No One Asked You podcast. This series I am once again joined by my wonderful co-host, That Darn Kitty.
Dorkus and I are sharing our experience reading The Way of Kings for the first time. Each episode we will summarize what we've read and discuss our experience along the way.
This is Storming the Archives, The Way of Kings, and today we discuss the Epilogue.
The Epilogue!
We made it, guys.
Wow! How many pages? What page are we on?
In my edition, the Epilogue starts on page 1246.
Mm-hmm.
It ends on 1252. In a way, this book felt like so much more of an undertaking than Mistborn did.
Oh, way more.
Yeah. I don't even know what to think about that. It has been a journey. I know I say it every time we finish a book, and I love that I can say every time we finish a book, because it's been a few of them now.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel this amazing sense of completion and accomplishment. It feels so good.
Dorkus is a completionist. He has to have all of the things. So
I really do. Like when I start something, I get antsy if I don't finish it.
Well, yeah, if we didn't finish this book, I would die. No, sorry.
Yeah. And I suppose when we actually finish the chapter, we'll do a chat about the book as a whole. And we will also, I think by the time this airs, we'll have already done the epigraph live stream. Yeah, Kitty?
Yeah.
So that's probably aired already. So everyone who hasn't, feel free to go check it out.
I'm sure it's very interesting and very long.
Yes.
But we'll be trying to figure out some clues and things. No spoilers.
Yes. No, please.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the next series Kitty and I will be doing is Warbreaker Breakdown.
Breakdown.
Terrible. But yes, Kitty and I are doing Warbreaker next, and we're going similar format to this. We aren't going to do as much reading of it itself. I think what we're going to do is a mixture of this and what we did for Elantris, which is to say we're going to do it in chunks. I have consulted with some wonderful folks who approved the chapter breakdowns, and I think it's going to end up being something like 10 episodes or so. Yeah? Much excitement.
Yes, much excitement, different format, but still we get through the books a little bit quicker.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And you know me, I like to shake things up every once in a while, in unique ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shall we get into the epilogue, then?
Yep.
Of most worth. Can you feel it? Wit asked of the open night. Something just changed. I believe that's the sound the world makes when it pisses itself. Well, that's an opening image.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Wit. Very witty.
Does that mean that a good thing has happened or a bad thing? I'm sensing good thing. The world should fear the coming together of Dalinar and Kaladin.
I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the fear, yeah. Well, the bad thing is that the world fears, but it's a good thing that the world fears.
Yes.
The bad thing is that it's pissing itself, but
the world needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Or it's the world afraid of the Everstorm and something bad just happened. But no, I think he's contemplating Dalinar and Kaladin.
Mm-hmm.
3 guards stood just inside the thick wooden city gates of Kholinar. The men regarded Wit with worry. The gates were closed, and these men were of the Night Watch, a somewhat inappropriate title. They didn't spend time watching so much as chatting, yawning, gambling, or, in tonight's case, standing uncomfortably and listening to a crazy man.
Yeah. Oh, he's always got some insult in his mind for people.
Yeah. Also, I'm just noting the artwork at the top of the page. Is that the diamond pattern that we learned about in the last, or second to last chapter?
I was wondering that. I don't know.
It's not three
It doesn't-
diamonds.
Yeah, it's not diamonds, it's triangles.
Yeah. And what is Wit doing in Kolinar? Is he about to pull off some sort of heist? That seems like a Wit thing to do.
Yeah.
That crazy man happened to have blue eyes, which let him get away with all kinds of trouble. Perhaps Wit should have been bemused by the stock these people put in something as simple as eye color, but he had been many places and seen many methods of rule. This didn't seem any more ridiculous than most others. And, of course, there was a reason the people did what they did. Well, there was usually a reason. In this case, it just happened to be a good one.
Oh? So it's a good reason that we put stock in eye color?
Yeah.
Or is it a good reason that they're just doing stuff they do? Okay.
Yeah, I want to know. Because I didn't interpret that in any way as being, it's good that they do it that way because it serves Wit in this moment interpretation. I don't think that's what was just said.
No, it seems in general.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Bright Lord? One of the guards asked, looking at where Wit sat on his boxes. They'd been piled there and left by a merchant who had tipped the night watchman to make certain nothing was stolen. To Wit, they simply made a convenient perch. His pack sat beside him, and on his knees he was tuning his enther, a square-stringed instrument. You played it from above, plucking its strings while it sat on your lap. So he's got more than one instrument. Neat. And
he's a master musician.
Indeed. And keeping in mind that it's a very feminine thing to do in Kolinar. Bright Lord? The guard repeated. What are you doing up there? Waiting, Wit said. He looked up, glancing eastward. Waiting for the storm to arrive. That made the guards more uncomfortable. A high storm was not predicted this night. Yeah, it's definitely coming then. Do you think he's waiting for the Everstorm to arrive? Is this it? Is this the moment?
No, it's not the moment. I think he's being figurative.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody is arriving in Kolinar.
Wit began playing the enther. Let us have a conversation to pass the time. Tell me, what is it that men value in others? Do you have an answer for that, Kitty?
Many things. Honesty, that enables trust.
Integrity?
Yeah, integrity, dependability, reliability.
I value intelligence.
Yeah, there's many things, so.
Yeah. The music played toward an audience of silent buildings, alleys, and worn cobblestones. The guards didn't respond to him. They didn't seem to know what to make of a black-clad, light-eyed man who entered the city just before evening fell, then sat on boxes beside the gates playing music. Yeah, I imagine it's weird. Look, I'm not saying I would automatically assume this is a being of tremendous power about to do something very magical, but I would be disconcerted.
I would just be like, yeah, what's up with this guy? He's got authority, but he's not playing by the normal societal rules. He's not behaving like everyone else. So that's scary.
Yeah. Well, Wit asked, pausing the music, what do you think? If a man or woman were to have a talent, which would be the most revered, best regarded, considered of the most worth? Music? One of the men finally said. That's funny.
Yeah, I guess it's cool when you play music and that's the best thing. I don't know. That's not a way to balance the world. I love music, but that's not it.
Yes. Also, this is a slightly different question than initially asked. So what talent do you think is most valued, Kitty?
Talent. Communication. But that's not a talent. It can be a talent, but when you think of the word talent, you're thinking of skill.
I interpreted the question as what is a skill? That could be learned.
That's the thing. That depends on the situation. Whichever skill you need is the most valuable one.
Yeah. Yes, a common answer, Wit said, plucking at a few low notes. I once asked this question of some very wise scholars. What do men consider the most valuable of talents? One mentioned artistic ability, as you so keenly guessed. Another chose great intellect. The final chose the talent to invent, the ability to design and create marvelous devices.
Navani. Yeah, she does that. She's got all of those.
Yep. Is he going to say to be witty? Is he going to say to tell a good story?
Probably. Good story. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to say.
Yep. It's going to be something off the wall. The talent of saving the world.
Something. Just something wit.
Yeah.
Not witty, something wit.
He didn't play a specific tune on the Enthir, just plucks here and there, an occasional scale or fifth, like chit-chat in string form. Aesthetic genius, Wit said. Invention, acumen, creativity, noble ideals indeed. Most men would pick one of those if given the choice and name them the greatest of talents. He plucked a string. What beautiful liars we are.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very lovely. Get to the point, Wit. I'm like, he's just playing, literally just playing with people.
Yeah. I feel like Wit just called me a liar because I couldn't think of anything else. Is it going to be a nihilistic answer? Like,
probably.
Yeah, like passivity. I value in other people passivity because I wish to rule them, kind of a thing.
I don't think he'll say that, but I think it'll be something, like you said, off the wall.
Well, keep in mind, he's speaking for them. He's not saying what he values. He's saying what he believes other people truly value.
But he does say we are. What liars we are.
That's
so
true.
He's part of that. Yeah.
The guards glanced at each other, the torches burning in brackets on the wall painted them with orange light. You think I'm a cynic, Wit said.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so it seems. You think I'm going to tell you that men claim to value these ideals but secretly prefer base talents, the ability to gather coin or to charm women. Well, I am a cynic, but in this case, I actually think those scholars were honest. You just said they were liars.
Yeah, exactly why I don't really know anything of what Wit would say.
Yeah. Their answers speak for the souls of men. In our hearts, we want to believe in, and would choose, great accomplishment and virtue. That's why our lies, particularly to ourselves, are so beautiful. So here he is talking about choice, and I'm brought back to Cabsol talking about men have to choose to be good.
Yeah, it's like, okay, he makes it clear that when he called people beautiful liars, he wasn't calling the scholars liars. He's actually just saying it's a separate point.
Understood. Yeah, I get that now. He began to play a real song. A simple melody at first, soft, subdued. A song for a silent night when the entire world changed. One of the soldiers cleared his throat. So, what is the most valuable talent a man can have? He sounded genuinely curious. I haven't the faintest idea, Wit said. Fortunately, that wasn't the question. I didn't ask what was most valuable. I asked what men value most. That is a good distinction.
What is most valuable? Yeah. Okay.
Versus what men value most.
Wouldn't it be the same?
No, because men could value something self-destructive, but what would matter more than that is something preservative.
It's just he's just playing with he's just playing with the words valuable though, because what is most valuable is when something is considered valuable, it is valued.
People don't always want what's best for them, is what I'm trying to say.
But that's what he's trying to say. But I'm getting I'm just looking at the words here. The words actually, when we say what was most valuable, that is something that is valued most. But he's playing around with value versus value. He's playing around with the words. Good time.
Right. You set the terms. If I decide to value my phone above all else, then that phone is what matters most, or is of most value
to you.
To me.
Yeah, it's most valuable.
Yeah, but I do get the sense that Wit's frame of reference is zoomed out to a cosmic proportion.
Yeah, exactly. What men value most would also be something that you could go, how often they value it. That would be another way to understand that. How often men value a certain thing.
The difference between those questions is at once both tiny and as vast as the world itself. He kept plucking his song. One did not strum an enthere. It just wasn't done, at least not by people with any sense of propriety. In this, Wit said, as in all things, our actions give us away. If an artist creates a work of powerful beauty, using new and innovative techniques, she will be lauded as a master and will launch a new movement in aesthetics. Yet what if another, working independently with that exact level of skill, were to make the same accomplishments the very next month? Would she find similar acclaim? No, she'd be called derivative. Yes?
Yeah, so doing things first, being the first to do things, is... So you should value it. You should value it that there is skill there, that she accomplished what the other person accomplished, but it's like, it's based on something else. It's derivative.
I mean, it's great that you came by it independently and with no knowledge, presumably in this hypothetical, from the person who accomplished it the month before you. I'm sorry you won't get the recognition that maybe you deserve for your talent.
You do deserve it.
Yeah.
It's literally just the time. So let's see what he's talking about, what he does with that.
Is Tesla and Edison kind of what he's discussing here?
Well, we'll see. He goes into thinking. So he used that artistry as an example. Now he's going into intellect.
Intellect. If a great thinker develops a new theory of mathematics, science, or philosophy, we will name him wise. We will sit at his feet and learn, and will record his name in history for thousands upon thousands to revere. But what if another man determines the same theory on his own, then delays in publishing his results by a mere week? Will he be remembered for his greatness? No, he will be forgotten. Maybe, maybe not.
It's the same thing, though. So it's just like, he'll be forgotten. He didn't get the praise. So he's just talking about being first here. So he's just giving these examples. So going back to the what do men value most. So you've got the question of, here are the intellect. Here's artistry and intellects. These are things that we value. But how often do we value them? How do we value them? As in, what is the manner in which we value them? It's like, is it the first one? It's the uniqueness. It's all of that. I think that's the point he's getting at.
So is he saying that we value being first or being famous?
Yeah. First, famous, I think so. Well, he's using fame as the value, the show of how much value is given. So I don't know whether he's going into fame, but as well.
Invention. A woman builds a new design of great worth, some fabrial or feat of engineering. She will be known as an innovator. But if someone with the same talent creates the same design a year later, not realizing it has already been crafted, will she be rewarded for her creativity? No, she'll be called a copier and a forger. Forger! He plucked at his strings, letting the melody continue, twisting, haunting, yet with a faint edge of mockery. And so, he said, in the end, what must we determine? Is it the intellect of a genius that we revere? If it were their artistry, the beauty of their mind? Would we not laud it regardless of whether we'd seen their product before? I mean, there is a reason we go to see plays and theater multiple times. We like to see what different actors bring to the table, different experiences. There's a reason we don't ever just listen to one recording of one song. We like to hear what the artist brings to it. I'm not liking what Wit is saying here.
No, but he's talking about the value system, valuing of that song's development, not different versions of that song. Like, there is the phenomenon of if you cover a song, people will be like, oh, well, that wasn't the original. Things like that. He's talking about if you valued it by itself, truly for itself, then you would be happy. You would actually, do you value a cover band the same as you would value seeing the original band?
What if I like the cover band?
If you like the cover band, that's fine. But most people the cover band is not making as much money as the original band.
But there's so many.
And the thing is, the original band, okay, the cover band is playing the instruments in exactly the same way as the original band, maybe even better. They're playing the same songs that could be even better, but the thing is, the original band is the one that's touring and making way more money.
Right.
So we're not valuing just the skill of it, just the performance, or not equally valuing it. So even when there is a play that is acted by different people, he's talking about whether somebody wrote the exact same play somewhere over there without having realized it, the same story. It's not about iterations of the art. But he is criticizing that. He's criticizing that most people will not value the intrinsic expression. They're valuing that it's the first.
Look, if you put enough monkeys in 2 rooms and 1 monkey in each room produces Shakespeare, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, those 2 monkeys just produced Shakespeare. That's pretty incredible. Even though it's Shakespeare, because they didn't know it was Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm. But they're not Shakespeare, though.
Yeah.
You don't go, ooh, that Shakespeare is reincarnated. It's just that they randomly came across Shakespeare.
Sure.
Anyway, let's see what point he's getting into.
If it were their artistry, the beauty of their mind, would we not laud it regardless of whether we'd seen their product before? But we don't. Given 2 works of artistic majesty, otherwise weighted equally, we will give greater acclaim to the one who did it first. It doesn't matter what you create. It matters what you create before anyone else. I'm sorry, I don't think I agree. I mean, it matters for acclaim and history, I guess, but that speaks to valuing acclaim and history more than, I don't know. Am I crazy?
No, but I understand what Witt is saying.
Yeah.
I understand what both of you are saying. But he's decided that this is how he's going to see the world.
Yeah.
This is just his opinion.
So it's not the beauty itself we admire. It's not the force of intellect. It's not invention, aesthetics, or capacity itself. The greatest talent that we think a man can have? He plucked one final string. Seems to me that it must be nothing more than novelty.
That's very cynical.
Yes. Are you okay, Whit?
Yeah, he's okay. This is just him. He's just, yeah, that's him being okay.
The guards looked confused. The gates shook. Something pounded on them from outside. The storm has come. Oh my.
Yeah. I don't know. Who would it be?
Yeah.
Would it be like there's a battle, or have the Parshendi now awoken suddenly? Has it happened? Is this what's happening?
I don't know. I'm kind of half expecting those shadow monsters from the vision to, like, burst the door down.
Yeah.
The guards scrambled for spears, left leaning beside the walls. They had a guardhouse, but it was empty. They preferred the night air. The gate shook again, as if something enormous were outside. The guards yelled, calling to the man atop the wall. All was chaos and confusion as the gate boomed yet a third time, powerful, shaking, vibrating as if hit with a boulder. And then a bright silvery blade rammed between the massive doors, slicing upward, cutting the bar that held them closed. A shard blade.
Oh my gosh, they've come. They left themselves wide open.
Yeah. Maybe it's Tollinel and he's looking to fight people. The gates swung open. The guards scrambled back. Whit waited on his boxes. Enthier held in one hand, pack over his shoulder. Maybe it's Race or any of the other guys mentioned in that letter, the epigraph letters.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems pretty chilled, like he's just waiting for something. Oh.
Outside the gates, standing on the dark stone roadway, was a solitary man with dark skin. His hair was long and matted, his clothing nothing more than a ragged, sack-like length of cloth wrapping his waist. Is it Zeth? It's not Zeth, because this isn't the Shattered Plains.
Yeah, and he's got dark skin.
Oh, yeah. He stood with head bowed, wet, ratty hair hanging down over his face and mixing with a beard that had bits of wood and leaves stuck in it. His muscles glistened, wet as if he'd just swum a great distance. To his side he carried a massive shard blade, point down, sticking about a finger's width into the stone, his hand on the hilt. The blade reflected torchlight. It was long, narrow, and straight-shaped like an enormous spike. "Welcome, lost one," Wit whispered. "Oh my."
Is this the last herald? The one that was left behind?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's now been sent back.
"Who are you?" one of the guards called, nervous as one of the other two ran to give the alert. A shard-bearer had come to Kolinar. The figure ignored the question. He stepped forward, dragging his shard blade as if it weighed a great deal. It cut the rock behind him, leaving a tiny groove in the stone. The figure walked unsteadily and nearly tripped. I mean, it sounds like this guy just, appeared from whatever this hellish other world.
Yeah. He just was dropped there.
He steadied himself against the gate door, and a lock of hair moved from the side of his face, exposing his eyes. Dark brown eyes like a man of the lower class. Those eyes were wild, dazed. The man finally noticed the two guards who stood terrified with spears leveled at him. He raised his empty hand toward them. "Go!" he said raggedly, speaking perfect Alethi, no hint of an accent. "Run! Raise the call! Give the warning!" I bet it is Tollinau. "Who are you?" one of the guards forced out. "What warning? Who attacks?" The man paused. He raised a hand to his head, wavering. "Who am I?"
Hey!
I am Talinelli Lin, Stone Sinew, Herald of the Almighty. The desolation has come. Oh God, it has come, and I have failed." It is Tollinau.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this poor guy.
Oh,
He's just been in desert. That's where he's come. So, and Wit somehow just knows when his arrival is going to happen.
That's a big thing.
When and where. Yeah.
And he's Dark Eyes.
He's the last one. Yeah, he's Dark Eyes, so deal with that. And that is not just a normal shard blade then.
Yeah. Oh, man. See, I was expecting him to come back full of vengeance, wanting to hunt down the rest of the heralds.
Maybe. But he's still got honor and he has failed. Oh, gosh. I feel exhausted for him, and I just want to talk to him.
Yeah. He slumped forward, hitting the rocky ground, shard blade clattering down behind him. It did not vanish. The guards inched forward.
It didn't vanish, so they're going to notice that there's something different about this blade. I wonder if anyone can just pick it up. Maybe they won't be able to pick it up.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to try. One prodded the man with the butt of his spear. The man who had named himself a herald did not move. "What is it we value?" Wit whispered. "Innovation, originality, novelty, but most importantly, timeliness. I fear you may be too late, my confused, unfortunate friend. The end of Book 1 of the Stormlight Archive." And there's an end note. Ooh.
Oh.
End note. Above silence, the illuminating storms, dying storms, illuminate the silence above. That's a head scratcher. Above silence, the illuminate. Oh, it's the poetry form that Yasna doesn't like. Maybe. Above silence, the illuminating storms, dying storms, illuminate the silence above.
The silence above speaks to God having died.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing.
Now that we know that. The above sample is noteworthy as it is a Ketic, a complex form of Holy Vorin poem. The Ketic not only read the same forward and backward, allowing for alteration of verb forms, but is also divisible into 5 distinct smaller sections, each of which makes a complete thought. That sounds like it mirrors what Capsol was talking about with names and his somatics. Do you remember that?
The way things look, the symmetries and things?
Yeah, the symmetry in the world.
I don't remember it clearly. Yeah.
Definitely review the chapter if you get a chance then, because I think it's similar.
I'm going to have to reread the whole book, actually, just at a normal pace.
Yes. If you do, let us know how that goes for you. The complete poem must form a sentence that is grammatically correct and, theoretically, poignant in meaning. Because of the difficulty in constructing a ketic, the structure was once considered the highest and most impressive form of all Vorin poetry. Cool, makes sense. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this one was uttered by an illiterate, dying Herdasian in a language he barely spoke should be of particular note. There is no record of this particular ketic in any repository of Vorin poetry, so it is very unlikely that the subject was merely repeating something he once heard. None of the Ardents we showed it to had any knowledge of it, though 3 did praise its structure and ask to meet the poet. Interesting. So maybe it was a death rattle and they didn't realize it?
Yeah, I think so.
We leave it to His Majesty's mind on a strong day to puzzle out the meaning of why the storms might be important, and what the poem may mean by indicating that there is silence both above and below said storms. Joshua, head of His Majesty's Silent Gatherers, Tanatanev, 1173. I'm guessing when he says His Majesty, he means Taravangian.
Taravangian, yeah.
Yeah. And not Elakar.
His Majesty's Silent Gatherers is a name. The name for them. They're the Silent Gatherers. They silently take blood and record.
Yep. That's it. There's still the Ars Arcanum and some notes, but I don't think we need to read that on stream.
Yeah.
We can peruse those on our own time.
They will help us probably when we actually just to understand what else is going on here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Whoa. That's it. That's the story.
Yeah. For now. So like 4 books going. Yeah. Oh gosh, there's a lot of stuff here. Wind running and lashings, basic lashing, gravitational change. Yeah. Anyway, lots of stuff to read now that we've at least read it. And the next is Words of Radiance, but we're not doing that next.
Nope, we've got Warbreaker first.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the book, Kitty?
I did. I very much did.
Same.
It really did. Sandra Lanch at the end. Like there was just hard hit after hard hit.
Yeah.
I've become attached to all of the characters. Even Wit, who's cynical as F and mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mysteries abound, which is a Sanderson thing, I understand.
Yeah.
So I have, while a lot was revealed, I still feel like there is so much that I don't know.
Yeah, it really, in a big, big way, feels like this book is intended to set up the second book.
Yeah, just set it up and even more epic things happen. That's what an epic story is about, though. Some people that aren't into fantasy, that don't like that you have to go through hundreds of books, hundreds of chapters to get the whole story. But it's like, no, this is how big and arching an epic can be. So I enjoy it.
I am hoping that book 2 has better pacing. I really hope that things are moving now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that there are bigger things that happen in between rather than it all just happening at the end.
Yeah. The Sandra Lanch is neat and fun, but I wouldn't want it for each and every book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Kaladin. I like Dalinar. I like Yasna. Shallan I don't dislike anymore. Yeah,
Shallan is tolerable now, and she's not irritated us in a while.
Yeah. Rock is great. Moash I like quite a lot. Could have done with a bit more Sigzil, I think, but I think he has the makings of a character I'll like.
Mm-hmm.
Lopen is great.
Mm-hmm.
We need more Shen, just because I'm curious. Don't love Elakar. Teft is great.
Yeah. Teft, we want more Teft. We're glad Teft survived this book.
Very much so. It is an insult to Teft that we got Teft POVs, but he was never mentioned in the part dissection where it lists the POVs. Mm-hmm. So justice for Teft.
Well, it wasn't a whole chapter. See, that's the thing. Yeah.
Fine. Still don't love Elakar or Navani. Navani was getting better toward the end, I think, so I'm expecting that trajectory to continue into the future.
Yeah, I prefer. I do like Navani a lot more. You had more of a problem with Navani than I did.
Yeah, although I did not care for that she got mad when Dalinar beat Elhokar up, even though she has spent a not small amount of time bad-mouthing Elhokar for being stupid in this book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she's just being an irrational, emotional being. That's all.
Sure. Sadeas is quite a villain. I enjoyed the ambiguity through it all, and I thought he had a really great villain monologue at the end there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a great betrayal because it got us. He got us. We were. Remember the cope, the cope of oh no, it's fine. No, he is getting attacked and blah blah. Then next chapter, actually, never mind. It was a full scale retreat.
Yeah.
I think that made it even more. The fact that we didn't want to believe it is a good thing.
I agree.
And it was exciting when it did happen, and it created real rage in me. So
Syl is probably one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, and she's just going to be more and more of a person as things go on, and she's going to remember more and more.
Yep. I still like Taravangian. It's not so much that I like him less now because he's evil, but I like him differently now because he's evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Szeth is Szeth. I'd like a bit more from him in the future book. A lot of his chapters were not dissimilar from each other, I think.
Yeah, one note guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a continued downward trajectory, so I want to see more from him.
Yeah. He is on a bad journey though. He's really not doing well, so we understand that.
Yeah. Adolin and Renarin. I am looking forward to Adolin and Kaladin butting heads, and I think we'll need a bit more from Renarin. I'm guessing we're going to get a journey of him dealing with his blood sickness thanks to the shard plate in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to now have shard plate, and that's insane. But yeah, he's going to have to train, and Dalinar in a different kind of position, leading from behind, from further back, being a commander. So yeah, Renarin as well might, now that he'll be able to sort of compete with his brother in some way without the shard blade though. So see how that affects now that he has a little bit of a step up. How does that affect the brother relationship?
Yeah, very curious to see. Amaram's a dick, and I am again looking forward to Kaladin actually being, I'm not going to say higher ranked than Amaram, but Amaram won't be able to order Kaladin around.
Yeah, that would be crazy, and we don't want Kaladin going crazy and taking revenge on Amaram just yet. Let him just die in battle.
Would be not bad.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
Not at the moment. Gotta just let it process. I'll have said more bits, I suppose, in the epigraph stream.
Almost certainly. We did it. We completed it.
We did.
The whole book.
It's done. Yeah, very big.
Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. Subscribe to That Darn Kitte if you get a chance, because she's got a great channel.
Subscribe to this channel because you know it's great. Look at this. Look at this. The book just finished. Thank you for coming along on the journey with us.
Yes, thank you all so much. And we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, thanks, bye.